Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor. Today we're doing a little coaching session for Sejuani Jungle. I believe this is a silver game. So, special thanks to Maul, aka David G on the channel. If you'd like a coaching set, and this is patch 9.9, if you'd like a coaching session yourself, you can just email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. Happy to help you out with that. Yeah, try to path them over here if you can. I don't know if you're thinking about going for his blue, or you do have it warded. I'd probably just go Raptors all the way down. I am streaming this as well, so you might hear me talking in the stream a little bit in chat. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, we had a terrible comp, and we somehow managed to pull through that game and get so far ahead, and then just to like that we were winning so much. Like, if we were losing really hard and someone does something like that and we lose, it's like, okay, but we were already losing. You know, but the expectations were just, it was just really disappointing. First blood. Okay. Raptors looking to gank. Yeah. You can come down here and get this Scion. He's kind of low. I guess, yeah, the Scuttle's probably the safest option there. Yeah, it does that lev. Okay, Warwick's top, so maybe just clear these golems and back. Bot's not going to have their sums until like 9 minutes. We can maybe gank that, but they're pushing in. Okay, yeah, I'd go down bot side and grab that Scuttle. What level? Okay, so Warwick was probably about your level. Yeah, I probably would have gone down and got Scuttle and taken a look bot lane and then rotated back top. Okay, wow. Yeah, you gotta leave. You don't have priority. Hit the dust. Okay. Nice. Okay, good job. Pantheon just warded try. Probably. Did you... Okay, you didn't ult. Good. Okay, so yeah, just go wolves and then go up and get your golems. Well, yeah. I think they're gonna run. I think it's gonna be a waste of time. But maybe not. God. Okay. Well, Lucian flashed in and entered for it, so guess that delayed him. Yeah, I thought the scuttle was going to be gone too, I mean, I would be all over that scuttle as soon as it spawned. Okay. Yeah, just run from this. You don't want to fight him. Just get wolves. Just get your wolves. You've got eyes on him if he wants to do this. Yeah, he's not doing it. I just go get wolves. Ooh. This is really greedy. We don't know where mid is. You know that Warwick's on this side of the jungle. Okay, mid and Kaisa aren't moving on it. So it's going to work out. It's pretty risky, but it worked out. Alright, so yeah, I would do wolves and then grab your blue. Definitely do the blue first. That you want that, and the scuttle's coming up. I would have done blue and then scuttle. If scuttle was spawning up here, maybe like this path, but I really prize that scuttle a lot. Alright, what are we getting? Does she get blue smite too instead of red smite? Yeah, she already has a lot of slows. I don't know for sure. I feel like red smite might be better, but it's because you already have a ton of slows, but maybe not. Maybe you just can't have enough slows. Alright, yeah. Nice, Warwick's coming. Okay, well she just like ult entered under the tower. Okay, cool. Yeah. Scuttle, blue, Gromp. Actually, go check his jungle out. I would try to ward deeper, like, see if you can get some of your 1-minute wards, like, in here. I would maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I go take a look at his scuttle. Like, I know it's not there because we're in the replay mode, but I mean, you could give Ahri the blue, but I think it's more important that the blue just dies immediately on spawn. Like, if she's not ready to get it. I don't know. It's pretty good on you, too. I don't know if I'd give her the second one in solo queue. I guess it works out. Like, she backed as soon as she got it, though, so she's losing, like, a minute on it. And she's getting Ludens, or she's got this Hex Tex. I don't know. That is a nice gesture. I think she's probably fine on mana. Okay, you have Sweeper. Try to get some control wards and put it in their jungle. Like, most of the time I feel like we don't really have good... Okay, there you go. Okay, do red, then your golems. Warwick's there. I would just do golems, just whatever. I mean... Okay. Like, everybody's making these, like, really unpredictable plays, like... Get in there and see if you can get his red. Oh, what's up, Aqua?
Plating will fall soon.
Oof. Yeah, just get out of there. Just get out of there. It's fine. I would just go get your Gromp. Just spawn, so you got that on spawn. That's good. How much gold do you have? A lot. Yeah, do I would take this blue and then I would grab Scuttle. Ori's fine on the mana. You're the one that's making the plays, you know, like having that extra cooldown on your engage is really important. And you need to be a high level as well. I would just take that blue. Okay, yeah, just forget it. Just go get this blue. I think you need to go buy. You have way too much gold. I guess you can go for the clear here. Rift. Yeah, just do Rift before it despawns. So much gold, though. 3,000 gold. Like, cream soda is really good. I'm not going to lie. I'm talking in chat. Makes me want some cream soda. Soda's terrible for you, but cream soda's pretty good. My wife likes drinking the, like, diet root beer.
Red team's turret has been destroyed. 13 double kill.
Oof. I guess at this rate, you might as well grab these golems. I think these golems have been here for a long time. Yeah. Yeah, David is doing very well in this game for sure. There's a lot of things where I'm like, go do this, and then it's like he does the opposite, and it ends up working out. He's attuned to the chaos in these games. Whoa, no. It definitely should have been Warmogs, I think. Warmogs is so strong on Sejuani. It just keeps you at full health constantly when you're running around, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't her W scale based on your max health. I think her W does damage based on your max health. It might be their max health. I can't remember. But I do know that Cinderhulk plus Warmogs is like 100% what you do on him. I assume you're probably going for Warmogs on your next item, but I mean, it's not like Gargoyle Stone Plate's terrible. It's pretty good. I do think there's something to be said for don't you lose too much map pressure when you try and kill Rift? I don't think so. I mean, if you can get it pretty quickly, because like if you use it properly, it's basically a tower. And it's worth a pretty good chunk of gold too. Let me reset this fight here. Yeah, instead of chasing over here, I would have just stayed on the dragon. You're caught too far out of position way over here. Yeah, I would have just come back and taken the dragon there. So if you had Warmogs here, now you did get Triumph Rock there, which is nice. But if you had Warmogs, you know, you'd be back up to full health really quickly. Water Dragon is helping you out some here for sure, but... Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like it's a waste of time to submit a game where you do well. There's some people in chat saying, you know, why would you submit a game where it looks like you're doing really well? I mean, we've talked about this before on the channel. Like, you know, you'll find a lot more obvious stuff when you lose, typically. But people can submit replays for a lot of reasons. Maybe they just want to support the channel and they just want to, you know, donate. They planned on donating anyways, and they just want to, you know, show off a cool game they had, or... just share that with people on the channel. That's fine. But then also, like, I think it can help out too, because it can help you refine, you know, some of the smaller things that are going on in a game, right? So it's like, can you find extra stuff to work on even when you're already dominating? And I think it's important because sometimes we can get really complacent in games where we win, and especially you can develop bad habits in games where you win. So it's kind of like a couple of these things that we've seen that have worked out have kind of been bad habits that worked out. Like some of the pathing things, like not going for Scuttle when it spawns and trying to go for a gank instead. Like going down bottom, for example, where I thought that was going to be a waste of time because Kai'Sa was retreating. And then Lucian just like randomly flashed forward and inted. So that stalled him out long enough to make a good play out of it. Like, those things are working out really well, but in games where Lucian doesn't flash forward like that, or in games where, you know, things just happen a little bit differently, you know, it could be a problem. So sometimes when you're winning, you can get into these bad habits, and it makes it feel like it's the right play, like that's what you should be doing. But really, the circumstances just worked out in such a way that it was the right play, that more times than not, it would be a bad play. So I think that showing winning games can help you refine some of the things that seem smaller that could be adding up over time. Okay. All right, I think, yeah, just Raptors, Golems. What is the new sound effect? Like someone digging with a shovel? I'm not sure. I'm not sure which sound you're talking about. I think at some point you should have found an opportunity to buy earlier. Like 3,000 gold is a lot. And I know you were running around making a lot of plays, but surely there would have been somewhere where you could have backed and bought. Alright, so I'd be looking at their team right now, and I'd be thinking, okay, Kai'Sa's going AD Kai'Sa first of all, so that means their magic damage is pretty limited. Okay, now you got the Warmogs. Alright. Who on your team is doing alright? Pretty much everybody's doing pretty well. You could think about a like a Knight's Vow or something next. Yeah, their Kai'Sa's the real threat, so if you can tie up that Kai'Sa. What's up with the volley supports? I have no clue, man. He's not good as a support. If Oliveira is going to get played anywhere, it should probably be maybe top lane. I don't know. Yeah, come down here and get Dragon. Tell your team to come down here and get Dragon too. Like, he ain't be pinging that. Okay, some people are pinging it. You should pull it out of the pit, because they're going to fight you for it. Alright, I mean, you see Warwick middle, so you know it's pretty much guaranteed, but... Nice, get in it, kill him, kill him. Okay, good. Baron. Ping it, run over there right now. No. Baron. I guess, I mean, like, yeah, inhibitor's good too. Hey, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. Thanks, Joseph. I'd get out of here. If they kill you guys here, they're going to get there. Just run. Ping back. Ping them back a lot. Like 8 pings. Keep pinging back. She's probably dead. I don't know why she black shielded you. You're full health. Yeah, they're going to kill all of you guys and get Baron, right? I don't know, Lev. Maybe. At silver, I'd prefer Baron. Because Baron gives you a lot of gold. And it just gives you so much extra pushing power for everything on the map. Because you may not leverage, like, your position that much with the inhibitor. Like, I think at higher elo, inhibitor's probably better than Baron, but Baron gives like 1,500 gold for your team and a lot of extra pressure across the map. Inhibitor is nice, but you have to actually use that lane advantage, and so many people just don't even push lanes. Even in Platinum, like, they have no clue. Like, they don't wait on super minions, they don't wait on lane pressure, they don't press lanes. So I think it's just a lot less likely that you're going to get a big advantage out of an inhibitor when you could have had a Baron. Maybe if it was 2 towers plus inhibitor, but 1 tower plus inhibitor, I don't know. It's, for me, it's just the gold. I think it's all about the gold. Like, at this elo, like, you just want a lot of gold on your team. Like, they're both good. You can't really go that wrong with either one of them, but... And, I mean, usually you're right. You do the most forward objective first and then rotate to the next objective. They maybe could have gotten both of them, or at least baited the Baron off of the inhibitor take. Like, that's possible. Yeah, just reset. Yeah, I mean, if your team doesn't go with you, then yeah, you have to, you know, if everyone wants to do inhibitor, you can do inhibitor. You can't go do the Baron by yourself, so that is true. But I would definitely ping them back like 8 times. After you took the inhibitor, you got to get out of there. There's no way you're taking their bases early off of single inhib. And if they don't want to back up, just, you know, just leave. Just let them die. And do different kinds of pings. I think someone said I will dominate, recommended that one time. Instead of just doing like one back ping, do like on my way ping somewhere else and like question marks and assist. Like just ping all sorts of stuff so it sounds like different people are pinging. I would get a utility item here. You're already so tanky. I would get Knight's Vow. Would probably be pretty good. I would get either Redemption, Knight's Vow, or I don't know if you took Font of Life or not. But if you took Font of Life, you could even go Ardent Censer. So, like, the most common and logical one here would probably be Knight's Vow. Yeah, and you want a gargoyle way earlier than that too. Hold on, hang in here, you're gonna heal.
Blue team triple kill.
Oof. Arrogance. Ant. All of these kind of go hand in hand.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
I would get one of those. Like, just because you're already so tanky and you need to distribute power on somebody else, I don't know. I mean, I guess, like, Adaptive Helm is pretty good against Kai'Sa, but she's not going any sort of magic damage. Like, it just protects against her passive. Your team's gonna get outscaled pretty soon. I would just do something to help your team. Like, if you pop that, if you go in and immediately pop your gargoyles, you're basically, like, invulnerable for 4 seconds. Just take it. Okay. Yeah, right here. Get them all right here. Lucian's just wanting to throw. Gargoyle, gargoyle. There you go. People need to get this Kai'Sa. God, she's just killing everybody. You need to tell your team, like, we have to focus Kai'Sa. You got to tell them that. They are not getting the memo. She, like, literally just ulted into everybody and cleaned everyone up. Well, it wasn't Xerath is not doing anything. It's just Kai'Sa. Like, watch this. Okay, they did fix the spectator bug where it stays on red, which is nice. I don't even know if I would do this without Lucian, honestly. Like, you do get a pick on the Renekton, but you just don't have any damage without Lucian. Alright, watch how many people ignore this Kai'Sa. Okay, so here she is. She's got a Zeke's on her. So you try to get on her here. Sion knocks you up, stops you. It's literally ults right in the middle of your whole team. Like, that shouldn't happen. So you gotta tell your team, like, hey, save CC and try to kill Kai'Sa. I mean, the problem is she has Mercurial Scimitar too right now, so, and she's got a Knight's Vow and a Locket. It's gonna be really hard to deal with her. Pantheon's basically worthless. Ahri is falling off hard. I mean, that overstay around the Baron, that was a good steal. Yeah, that overstay around the Baron just really killed a lot of momentum. If you had taken Baron there, I know you wanted to. I saw you ping it, but if you guys had done Baron instead, then I think you could have had a lot more pressure. But So yeah, you need to be typing to them, save stuff for Kai'Sa, kill Kai'Sa. Because really, Kai'Sa's the only one on their team that matters. She has all of their gold. Sion doesn't do any damage. Warwick doesn't do any damage. Renekton's fallen off. So it's really just, can you kill the Kai'Sa or not? You might need someone to split push. Split push is always risky, but I don't know. No one on your team has Baron, right? From when you stole it. I think that everyone else is dead. I mean, you honestly should just have Pantheon split push. Like, he's got an ult to show up to the fight anyways. He should be coming into the fight off of an ult. He just needs to ult, like, right on top of Kai'Sa in a fight when she's busy. No. You can't go on that. There's no point in throwing that ult because no one can follow up on it. Got a GA now too. You guys aren't gonna win 5v5.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have Pantheon. Well, I don't know. You just gotta tell them that if they're not doing it, then they're not doing it, and you just, you just lose. But no. But, the Sion has quite a bit of peel. If he just sits in front of the Kai'Sa, and she's got GA, it's looking bleak. Yeah, split pushing is risky, but they're not gonna win a 5v5 team fight unless Kai'Sa just like disconnects and runs in the middle of their team. They're not. And Pantheon like has a free teleport basically. If they're pushed in this far, like he could ult from here over to here, and then at least maybe ult on top of the Kai'Sa and maybe get a stun on her. No. I mean, sort of, but like, split pushing is harder, but it's necessary with certain kinds of comps. Especially when you're just not going to win 5v5. I think it's just like, people just, it's almost like the meme, just everybody group, but everybody grouping is not always the best in every team comp. And Pantheon's just terrible at team fights. I mean, he's not great at split pushing either, late game, but at least he can force Renekton to come over there. I think split pushing is actually, I mean, the thing is, like, in team fights, people screw up positioning all the time, and they waste all their CC and stuff. Like, team fights are not without problems. Like, split pushing, at least you're not fighting. Like, all you have to know is, I push the wave up, and then back up so I don't die. I mean, it requires a little bit more macro knowledge, but you don't mess, like, you can't really mess it up micro-wise. So they each have their strengths and weaknesses, but yeah, I think just with this comp, I just don't think you have a choice, like, you're not beating that Kai'Sa in a 5v5. Like, Morgana is just worthless. Pantheon's worthless. The chances aren't going to do enough damage to her. I don't don't know if that's true, League. I've seen a lot of like how a lot of booster people and people that do these unranked to diamonds, they don't do 5v5 fights a lot. They almost always will try to do some kind of split pushing. Like, they might show up at the end of fights and get flanks and things, but they're not going to sit there and ARAM and look for an engage most of the time. They're going to use macro knowledge and lane knowledge. Now, I understand that's not the same as people that are naturally in silver or whatever playing, but... Oh, you got her! Okay, you got the Quicksilver Sash. Yeah, just stand on her and try to stone plate and see if you can keep her off everybody else. The problem is she's going to ult over here. Maybe. You did keep her busy. You got the miracle shot in there. But now she's ignoring you and you're getting stun locked. Okay, well, she went away from her her peel. But she still has GA. Yeah, she's just like running circles around you pretty much. Maybe, Lev, but the problem is, like, he's got to lock her up. I think if you hit her with it, I think that's fine. I mean, I think that's about all you could do there is just try to get in her face. Use your stone plate. Like, just keep her busy, and maybe your team kills everybody else first. And then after that, maybe they can clean her up, but you weren't even able to force her GA on that fight, and she still has heal. Well, I get it too that like your team's gonna screw it up if you split push some, but at the same time, like sometimes you have to do that. Even if your team might screw it up, like I said, there's no way they win a 5v5. Like, and that was pretty good. Like he landed the ult, he was able to kind of stay on her for a little while, but they couldn't even force the GA. She still has heal and flash. Oh, we got the charm. All right, we got a dirty fight here. Can you win? Oh, they won off minions for real? Hold on. Oh, the minion thing looks screwed up in the replay. How? Oh, Scion. Undead Scion got it. I think splitting can work. Well, I think it can work, and I think in this situation, it had to work. Because you're not winning 5v5. You did get her at the end. Like, it was kind of getting close. She was getting lazy. Scion's passive, yeah. I mean, hold on. Let me look. Well, that's going to be the end of this replay. We'll review it here in just a second. Let me just look at something real quick here. Let me see. Let's see the win rate on a couple of these champs. It is so easy to pick people off because people like when you split. Because here's the thing: when you split push, you open up the map, so that allows your assassins to do really well. So if you play something like a Trendamere or something like that, you can pick people off, but it also allows like your Zed or your Fizz or whatever in mid lane to pick people off too. When you're trying to force a 5v5 every time, then a lot of people like assassins are going to be way less effective in that situation. Okay, so this is silver win rate. Huh. It looks like the top 3 top laners are all split pushers. And Urgot, who's mostly a split pusher. Like, Yorick is almost exclusively split pushing. Garen is almost always split pushing, who's pretty bad in team fights. Nasus is almost always split pushing. Teemo even usually is split pushing. Kale is usually a split pusher. Like, there aren't team fighting champs that are getting played top most of the time. Rumble. I don't know why people would pick Volibear. Maybe team fighting, but it's mostly split pushers that are going to be top lane, right? You're not seeing your Malakais, you're not seeing your like your Shins. Like, it's mostly split pushers. Your Malphites, that type of stuff. I mean, like, especially Yorick. Yorick is like 100% split. Mid lane, these are some funky stuff going on mid lane here. But a lot of, like, the top champs are going to be kind of these assassin type of champions. I guess Ahri's pretty popular too. But like Zed, Yasuo, Ahri, these 3 aren't that great in team fights. They're okay. I mean, Yasuo is like all right in a team fight, I guess. But most of these want like 1v1 splits as well. So like split pushing champions do have a high win rate. So, you know, I get what you're saying, that it's really disorganized, and that it's like your team's just going to, like, try to 4v5 if you split push sometimes. But at the same time, it opens up so much of the map if you can figure out how to do it correctly. If you just don't get caught and you rotate down to situations or you teleport into good situations, you can definitely win. Hey, thanks, Sam York. So, yeah, it is risky, but I think that team fighting is similarly really risky a lot of times because people just aren't going to target the right people. They aren't going to do a lot of things they should be doing in team fights. Whereas split pushing, like, if you split push well, you can get the enemy, you can force them into bad fights. You know, like, you can make 2 people try to chase you, and then your team gets a 4v3 in mid lane. Or you can pick people off in transition that are trying to rotate over to get you. Like, it opens up a lot more possibilities other than just put 5 people in the same spot at the same time and just run at each other. But, I mean, it does depend on your comp. If you have a really good, like, team fight comp, then, yeah, maybe you go for team fight. But I do think that some of these split push type of comps can create a lot of problems, too. I mean, even, like, jungle, like, Yi, Jax, and Udyr are all kind of, like, split pushing type of champs. But anyways, that's going to be it for this coaching session. So thanks to David. I appreciate it. I think some of the biggest things, like, you were doing really well in the early game. You just kind of got out-comped. And I think the call there to go for the inhibitor instead of Baron was rough, especially the overstay on the inhibitor. That gave Kai'Sa several kills and a couple more items to scale. And I think you should have had Pantheon splitting. I mean, honestly, maybe you should have split too. Like, Sejuani, you can't fight him, but at least you can push the waves. And just, like, force them to split up so that they can't 5v5 you with the Kai'Sa. I don't... Well, I'll talk about it in a second. But, yeah, anyways. So that's going to be it. Thank you very much. Anyone else that'd like a coaching session, you can email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. I'm happy to set you up with that. It's just $25 on stream. If you're a channel member, then it's only $20 on stream. I'll make a video just like this. I'll have a playlist in the description so you can watch more coaching sessions if you want. And it'll always be there for you and everybody else to access that wants to learn from some of these coaching sessions. So anyways, that's going to be it. Thank you very much. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time.